Hi, Camp YA. I'm Katherine Weber. I'm a YA author with 2 new YA novels coming out next year in 2022. First up in January is The Revelry, a standalone contemporary YA novel about 2 best friends who, at the end of the summer, they sneak into an end of summer party that they're not supposed to be at. And the next day, they can't remember anything and everything has changed. And one of them becomes convinced that maybe they've been cursed. So that'll be coming in January, and I'm going to read a little bit of that to you in a moment. And then also in May, I have Twin Crowns coming, which is an epic YA fantasy rom-com that I co-written with YA author Katherine Doyle. But today is all about The Revelry. So The Revelry opens with a kind of spooky little poem. 7 trees for 7 wishes, 7 hearts for 7 kisses. 7 deaths for 7 dreams, 7 stitches in 7 seams. Try to jump from 6 to 8 because 7 is where you'll meet your fate. Chapter 1. I'm a girl from Ember Grove, and these are my woods. I grew up with the dark woods as my playground. Hide and seek among the trees, play pretend on the lake shore. I know every root and bramble, thorn and stone. But there are parts of the woods I would never go alone. Tonight is different. Tonight is the revelry. Tonight the woods are ours for the taking. The revelry is more than a party. The revelry can change your entire future. Ember Grove is a town fueled by rumors and superstition, local myths and half-forgotten fables. And the revelry is the most important of them all. A night to change your destiny, to find out if Ember Grove will let you go or keep hold of you forever. Not me. I, Bitsy Clark, am gonna get out of Ember Grove, like my brother Harvey did. He's at Cobalt University, down the coast. We don't hear from him much. When people leave, they don't tend to come back, even to visit. But I think he's happier down at Cobalt. Who wouldn't be happier away from our small town, where secrets and success battle for space, where the woods listen to every whisper, where one party can change everything? The events of each revelry are a closely guarded secret, kept between that year's attendees. Nobody talks about their revelry. There are no photos, no official guest lists, no proof of anything that happens. Of course, whispers slither out, rumors spread, and stories from revelries gone by turn to local legend. Like one year, supposedly flowers bloomed between kissing couples all night long. And then everyone started to believe that when you have your first kiss and is with someone who likes you back, something green will grow. Amy agonized over this one because she lives in an apartment with no green space at all. But then, and I'm telling the truth, the week after she kissed Mark Lee during Spin the Bottle, a little dandelion sprout appeared on her windowsill. A revelry rule that had spilled out into town and lasted longer than one night. It happens all the time. The revelry is meant to be just for the graduating high school class. No exceptions. It happens every year, almost by magic, all the adults turning the other way, as if it's not for them to worry about. Everyone in town knows when it is, and even though there are whispers of what could happen and what has happened in years past and what will happen, nobody tries to stop it. Trying to stop the revelry would be like trying to stop the seasons from changing. It's just as much a part of Ember Grove as the woods themselves. This isn't my year. I'm 16 and I shouldn't be going for another 2 summers. Apparently, Amy has other plans. Amy's my best friend. She has been since she moved to Ember Grove 8 years ago when we were 8, and our own revelry felt like a lifetime away. Just like Ember Grove doesn't like to let go of its inhabitants, it doesn't always like to welcome new ones. But I saw this new girl standing in front of the class with her head high and secrets clutched tight to her chest, and I knew I wanted to be her friend. So I grabbed her hand and I pulled her deep into Ember Grove. She never belonged like I did, of course, but I did everything I could. I showed her the woods, showed her the town, made sure she felt welcome, made her an Ember Grove girl in everything but birth. The night I told her about the Revelry, we were sleeping in a tent out in the apple orchard behind my house. The only light was from my little flashlight, propped up at the front of the tent by our feet. It was cold, colder than it should have been for a summer night. I told her about the Revelry in the same way I told her the story about Mrs. Glenn found dead on her porch, surrounded by 9 snowy white owls. In hushed tones, awe and fear mingling in my voice. I told her everything I knew about the magic party in the woods, which wasn't much, just stolen whispers and local legends. And Amy became obsessed. Ever since, she's tried to figure out what day it falls, exactly where it happens, and what happens. All we know is that it's near the end of summer, before the new school year starts, and that it's in the woods. To find out more about the Revelry and what happens when Bitsy and Amy sneak into one that isn't their own, you will have to read it. And again, it comes out in January of next year, and I really hope you enjoy. Thanks so much, and have a great time at Camp YA. Bye!